Well, so the venture world probably favors a style of leadership that is highly directional.
Okay.
In other words, most of the time, I mean, it depends how well your board listens, but a bunch of the boards I've been involved with are basically an environment where influence matters a lot,
Okay.
and where people expect you to show extremely strong direction. And the a lot of times you're basically faced with 4 or 5, white males, Stanford and Harvard, whatever they may be, who are expecting a lot of direction. And so it is not a natural environment where if you don't belong to that world, whether you're a female or whether you're Russian or both,
Yeah.
it's particularly easy to express yourself because there are almost unwritten rules of the game as to how you manage these environments. Now, I think the good news is we're moving to a world where, I mean, look at the work that Brad Feld has done or
Yes.
Brad has done. You're moving to a world where there is a lot more acceptance of our own ignorance. And I always posit ignorance as a starting point. In other words, I'm not sure what's going to work, but I'm for sure going to measure it. But I don't know at the outset what the recipe is for success because I don't think there is one.
Right.
And I think there is a lot more open-mindedness that should help. Female leadership style maybe has more to do with building consensus, with being a leader that is accepted by skills and ability to take input, etc. So it's maybe a less obvious style of leadership, but very often maybe more efficient, but not one that people are used to within the venture environment. Now, of course, people fund within their zones of comfort.
Yes.
The venture game is so much about long-term trust relationships and whether you fall in love with the project, the people running it, and whether you have the feeling you're going to be able to count on them.
Yes.
And so anything that is a strong affiliation, whether it's, I recognize myself younger, we come from the same university, whatever it may be, kind of helps people get over these hurdles.
Yes.
And it's a challenge that the venture industry has to embrace, which is, hey, there's actually a lot of ideas that are way outside of your normal comfort zone and that may deliver outsized returns, but don't come from these typical profiles. And maybe women fit that mold too. I think I'll tell you what I would say generally speaking.
Yes.
I think when you're going into entrepreneurship and you're going to meet entrepreneurs, the women that I've seen do best are women who are absolutely willing to embrace who they are.
Wow.
So there is absolutely no attempt at being tougher than the boys or whatever it may be. In fact, you use femininity, frankly, and female characteristics, just to their full. I mean, you're just not ashamed to be a woman. You absolutely are who you are. You'll dress the way you feel like dressing. That gives you inner confidence to be more yourself in these environments. And ultimately, if you can't be yourself and you can't make it without faking who you are, you'll never make it. And so I think we moved very far away from an environment where it was recommended that women try and fit into a certain mold. I think in the world of entrepreneurship, Katerina Fake or Gina Ash or whoever it may be are very complete personalities. They're very wholesome personalities. And every instance of a successful women entrepreneur that I can think of are people who embraced who they